You want to know something? Let's talk about. It's so funny. They're playing me into it. All right, I gotta turn this stuff down. Okay, let's talk about third grade friends for a second. Let's talk about the saddest part about being a musician. I'm actually gonna get as silly and as laughy as I was the last couple of seconds. Let me tell you the absolute saddest part about being a musician that I've experienced. It wasn't my own failure. I had a fun run. I did not see a lot of success. I barely saw anything resembling it. And my claim to success was in a group that had already built, you know? I didn't come up with. I got signed to the team when they were already established, which is still great. I still really value my time in Wise Eyes. But throughout my career, it wasn't my own failures and not quote unquote making it that makes me the most depressed and sad when I think about it. It's all of these incredible artists that I heard that no one else did. I hate the fact that I feel like I'm the only person in the world who knows how incredible third grade friends are. I legitimately have like crises. A bit of an existential crisis, if that's the right time to use that. I'm always so bad at context, but when I'll sit there and think like, man, like what if no one ever knows about this stuff? Because it's that good. It's not just, that I happen to have been friendly with them, and I've had the pleasure of interviewing Joe Martin on 2 occasions. One of the occasions, the drummer Robin was there, who's a great guy too. Like, I would worry for a while, like, is your opinion of a lot of musicians, because there's people whose music that I loved, and then I wouldn't talk to them anymore, and like, well, I don't really like their music as much as I thought. And I haven't seen these guys in a while, and if anything, the music of third grade friends is meant more now to me than it ever has. Because now, as I'm a little more detached, and COVID took everyone apart, and I'm out of the music scene, and the music, it seems a lot more far away now from somebody a little less attainable. And it's made me realize, like, these guys are I'm going to swear a little bit. These guys are fucking brilliant. I know I'm trying to make this a PG channel now, and I count on wanting to be an English teacher, but sometimes you need to use the right words to explain your feeling. I finally found a really good way to describe the way third grade friends' music makes me feel. It makes me feel not just enjoy listening to, not just like, oh, I could picture, like, no, they've crafted sounds that makes my whole being feel something. And I was talking with my friend Tyler, some of you know, and I said to him, I was trying to convince him why third grade friends, they're my favorite band ever, but why they legitimately may be one of the greatest makers of music on this planet. It's a big claim. I understand. They managed to do something incredible. And I was like, Tyler, we've both done construction. Did you ever get this feeling? Something like it. Do you remember standing in a school, a library, in some building that you spent your youth? And I mean your real youth, your third grade years, your fourth grade years. Do you remember standing in one of those buildings, but as an adult now? As a dirty, dusty, battle worn, just a guy who's been through, guy or gal or anything in between, who's been through just life. And here you are standing in that same place where you were once an innocent child. That specific feeling, that specific moment, that specific blanket of emotion that comes over top of you when you realize that you are almost a stranger in this place that was once so comfortable and familiar. That's what listening to third grade friends is like. Every single time. And it's moving stuff, man. It's really moving stuff. The emotions conveyed when they're not singing, when it's just Robin and Joe playing, and whoever else they have with. I know it's the two of them. I know they think brought in a couple other people, and I'd like to credit them properly. I can't remember off the top of my head. Forgive me. But just this beautiful chaos, just, you know, this familiar longing. It's almost a little painful at times, but still so whimsical and nice and not negative. It's music that makes me, I hope to, other people, just makes you feel so incredibly powerfully feel. That's what I get out of it. And that's at least what I got out of Trapper Keeper and Fortune Teller, which Fortune Teller and Trapper Keeper, to me, they're kind of like, they're siblings, because Fortune Teller was sort of the demo-ish version of Trapper Keeper. Trapper Keeper added 2 songs to it. But then there's Our Time, which I did not like at first. And even when I had the opportunity to interview Joe Martin, who's the lead singer and primary songwriter, I believe, of Third Grade Friends, I remember telling him that. I'm like, it seemed a little weird to me. And hair in my mouth. I completely disagree with my opinion from just like a year and change ago. Completely. I think Our Time is just as much an important part of that discography as Trapper Keeper. Which Trapper Keeper to me is like the apex. That's the they haven't put anything else out in a while, and I hope they do at some point. That album is almost 4 years old now, 3 or 4. But like, if that's the end of Third Grade Friends, right there. I mean, that's the Dark Side of the Moon. That's a bad example because that wasn't the end. It's just the great way. It's the explosive finale to everything. Everything it felt like in their discography kind of is culminating to the 6 songs in Trapper Keeper. But Our Time is this very important character building record. That there's so much, like Trapper Keeper, in my opinion, was very focused. Very like, this is what Third Grade Friends is. This is the feeling we want you to feel. We are charging forward. I can picture almost like a small movie. Like even like some sort of Disney movie or Nick movie, or like, I can picture an episode of my favorite show from beginning to end while listening to Trapper Keeper. I can put so many stories set to the soundtrack of this record. It's just, it's a complete story. It's Marvel's Endgame or Avengers Endgame. I don't really like to use those as examples, but it just ties everything up. It's beautiful. It feels like a finale. And you feel, to me, I got this sense of, oh God, why can't I find the word? Satisfaction isn't the word. I felt rewarded for listening to it to the end, that last note, especially as someone who considers himself a fan of Third Grade Friends. So, to go back and you listen to Our Time, let me pull up some of it right now. Where are they? I didn't expect this to turn into as much of a thing, but I really like it. Morning announcements. Yeah.
Good morning.
So that bell right there. Hold on, let me play it one more time. Hold on. It's not the turn it up. Oh, that was on. So listen.
Good morning.
So that bell right there, right? Listen to Trapper Keeper, right? One of my favorite tracks of Trapper Keeper, Passing Notes. You hear that? Like, the 2 records are filled with so many little things like that I feel like I'm rewarded because I paid attention. And that's a very obvious one, right? But just the bully, who was it? Bully goes down at lunch.
Hey guys, listen up.
Hey.
Spread the word. Rob, Joey, the bully's going down at lunch. Make sure everybody knows about it.
Rob and Joey talk about the bully going down at lunch. Like, there's characters here. There's people that here. There's feelings and thoughts that we've all felt here. And they've made a story of their own, but with elements that everyone can relate to. That's how you make like all-time great art. like this. It's heartbreaking that people don't know about this. Tell your friends. Tell your friends about Third Grade Friends. I wish I had more organized thoughts here. This was very unexpected that I was going to go on this tangent. And maybe I need to spend more time and really make a focused video on these guys and why you should be listening to them. Why everyone should be listening to them. Like why they should be famous, or why they should be paid money to tell their story, through music. I feel like if, given the time or the if I had the money, I'd do it. Shit, I don't. Or the reach. They have more reach than me, probably. We have the same amount of reach. But, if anyone who hears this, go look up Third Grade Friends. Look up the album Trapper Keeper. I'll try to make a thumbnail that, has everything in it. Listen to this music. Join the revolution. And maybe I'll talk about them more in the future. So, Joe, Robin, Rob, Joey. Whoever's you are, wherever's you are, keep making your stuff, man. Out of those 6 monthly listeners, I guess I'm all 6